Well, the questions are pouring in. We have another call. This is from Martha.
I missed a step, and I had knee replacement, and I hit on the cement. I hit my head, had to have stitches put in my head. And I was bleeding so bad I couldn't go back into the place. I hurt my shoulder, my knee, and my head real bad. It stayed black and blue for about 2 weeks. What should I do about it? Get in touch with the manager or get a lawyer to get the bill paid?
It sounds like Martha has a very serious situation there. So what advice do you have for her?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I want to say I'm sorry that this happened to you, and it sounds like you were injured pretty seriously, and I'm sorry you had to go through that. Just as we said before, first I would say, I would report this to the manager if you haven't already. It was kind of unclear from her call whether or not she reported it when it initially happened, but it doesn't hurt to put them on notice now, right? But Martha's situation is, trip and fall on a step or a stair. We see a lot of these, right? And this is an area of the law where Mississippi has kind of categorized some conditions like this as what are called normally encountered conditions, right? The whole idea of a premises liability claim is the presence of a dangerous condition, whether that's water, whether that's a defective step, whether that's a hole or anything like that. But certain conditions courts don't consider dangerous. So, pictures and description of the condition that you fell on is important, right? So I would tell her to call a lawyer. I would tell her to report this to the manager if she hasn't already. And another point I just thought about is, where did this happen, right? We talk a lot about statute of limitations on this show, and it's because it's important, right? The reason I bring that up here is if Martha fell at a courthouse, right? If Martha fell in a state hospital or a school or something like that, that might be something that is caught up in what's called the Mississippi Tort Claims Act. That changes your statute of limitations from 3 years to 1 year in some instances. So it's important to know where you fell and what you fell on, and a lawyer can help you get through some of those facts and details and see what needs to be done.
Some good advice there. Certainly when you're dealing with a serious injury, you need someone to help you move that forward as well.